So last week it was announced that Donald Trump's only remaining competent lawyer, Timothy Parlatore, had left the Trump team. No longer working with them. He's not representing Trump on anything. He's done. He's packed it up and he's gone. And the reason that is important, like I said, he's the only competent lawyer Trump still had on his legal teams. Parlatore has a phenomenal resume that actually blows Tacopina's resume out of the water. He has handled the high-profile cases. He has handled cases that have been in the media every single day during trial. He has white-collar criminal defense experience. He has a phenomenal military record. Parlatore is a damn good lawyer, which is why he left Trump's team. Okay, it's not just that he's a good lawyer and decided to leave. He's a good lawyer and he decided to leave because he's a good lawyer and sees what's happening with Trump's legal team. And he admitted that in an interview last week. He said, "It had nothing to do with the case itself or the client. The real reason is because there are certain individuals that made defending the president much harder than it needed to be. In particular, there is one individual who works for him, Boris Epshteyn, who had really done everything he could to try to block us out, to prevent us from doing what we could to defend the president. He served as kind of a filter to prevent us from getting information to the client and getting information from the client. In my opinion, he was not very honest with us or with the client on certain things." So you have one lawyer, Epshteyn, working for Trump, who knows everything, tells Trump everything, gets everything from Trump, and then goes to the rest of the legal team and, based on what Parlatore is saying here, lies to them? Or isn't at least giving them the full picture of what's actually happening? If that is true, then Trump's going to jail. Like, I'm not even saying that the possibility of Trump going to jail increases if that's true. I'm saying if that is what's happening, then Trump is 100% going to end up in jail. Because you cannot run a legal team that is supposed to be handling multiple different criminal and civil actions against the president and expect to be okay when your lead guy is either withholding or misrepresenting or twisting information from the client themselves. The lawyers clearly cannot do the proper job, and only Parlatore was smart enough to realize, wait a minute, we're all going to look like idiots when we finally have to go to trial because of what Epshteyn is doing. And of course, that may explain why Joe Tacopina did look like a complete idiot when he went to trial and Donald Trump lost in the E. Jean Carroll trial. Tacopina, as I had said before, was a competent lawyer. He has a good resume, much like Parlatore, just not quite as big as Parlatore's. But Tacopina, up until that trial, seemed like maybe he'd be the guy that knew what the hell was going on. And he failed miserably. And this could be the explanation for that. Donald Trump's team is so incompetent and so corrupt that they're actually taking good lawyers and bringing them all down to the Alina Habba level. I mean, hell, by the time all this is over, all of Trump's legal teams might have to go out there and only be able to represent parking garages because their reputations have been so destroyed. Everybody, that is, except for Parlatore, because so far he's been the only one smart enough to see the writing on the wall and grab his crap and leave before his reputation went down the toilet. The rest of them, probably a little too late for that. So maybe Alina Habba can hook you up with her parking garage client to see if they need a second co-counsel.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.